I'd love to read. That's the one thing I did like to do. And I thought, my husband's gone now, and I was going to be able to read in bed and enjoy some books. Couldn't read my phone directory. Couldn't look up a phone number.
Losing my sight gives me a feeling of despair, in that I've always been fiercely independent, and now I really have to depend on others, but people are very helpful and kind.
I cried a lot. So I had a few pity parties. That's how good's that. Then I thought, no, this is stupid. Then I prayed. I said, Lord, you've allowed this to happen for some purpose. Now, use it, whatever way you see fit to use it.
Every year, for a surprising number of Canadians, the loss of vision is both traumatic and life-changing. In 2003, 78,000 Canadians were diagnosed with age-related macular degeneration, and 1 in 4 Canadians over the age of 75 are suffering significant vision loss. Because more and more Canadians are experiencing loss of sight, Christian Blind Mission Canada decided to provide as a free service inspiring Christian literature recorded on audio cassette.
The Talking Book Library was developed by CBMI to serve as a ministry to visually impaired Canadians. So once you're able to deliver the tapes to them and they're able to once again read and enjoy books, they're just thrilled, and the response is they're so gracious and so thankful for the service that we provide.
Well, one type of book I love are biographies of inspiring types of people.
87-year-old Doris Seaman began losing her sight in '94 due to macular degeneration, and only has about 25% of her eyesight left. A former nurse, Doris used to reside in her own home until her loss of sight forced her to move to a senior's residence. But she's still able to leave her room and pick up her mail, which includes audio cassettes from the Talking Book Library.
I just love the talking books from the Christian Blind Mission. I find them absolutely inspiring and so worthwhile with the effort it might take me to get the tapes in right and so on. I really have grown to depend upon these tapes. They're so inspiring and helpful.
In Uxbridge, Ontario, Nellie Orr is another victim of macular degeneration with only 20% vision. Like Doris, she's also dependent on the Talking Book Library.
At times I'd feel so lonely, and I don't get bored because I have enough books to keep me from getting bored. It's so wonderful just to have somebody read to you, and you can't read to yourself. It's a ministry that you can't get anywhere else.
Marcus lingered at the bottom of the steps.
The Talking Book Library would not be possible without the help of volunteers and companies like R.G. Mitchell's Family Books and Maxell Canada, who are providing books and audio cassettes free of charge.
The first cut is the deepest, as they say. It was simply something that didn't happen the way it should have.
The Talking Book Library is also fortunate to have dedicated, skilled people donating their time to read for others. Renowned broadcaster Carl Bannis is one such volunteer. For the past 8 years, Carl has been faithfully coming in and recording for the Talking Book Library.
It's a pleasure to be associated with CBMI. It's afforded me an opportunity of doing something that I never did before, and that is reading to the visually impaired. And in doing so, it's a great thrill. I mean that sincerely. It's an opportunity to not only be the voice of the books, but also the eyes of the readers.
The Talking Book Library needs your support to maintain its free service to visually impaired Canadians. For just $20 per month, or $240 for each book, you can become a Talking Book sponsor and partner with us in bringing hope and inspiration to those facing the new and often frightening world of lost vision. Please, become a Talking Book sponsor today.
Oh, I don't know how to thank the Talking Book Library and the Christian Blind Mission adequately. by providing this service, they are doing such a caring, kind, beneficial thing.
And so I appreciate the book so much. And I appreciate the people who have been so kind. Everybody's so kind. God raised up this Talking Book ministry for people just like me.